tiny compared to everything else.
Yeah, so if the horse was supposed to gorge itself like dogs do, you'd probably see a stomach this big. Never in the feed bucket. So, we've had a nice meal, it's chomped up. Looked like it was easy enough to get down that esophagus at that point. Then it goes through to the pyloric sphincter at the bottom here. Yeah, you can feel that. We'll cut that open in a bit. To what? What's this? What's the small? What area of the small intestine? The duodenum. Okay, so we can see the duodenum. It's quite narrow, like sausages. Yeah. Now the next part is the what? Now there's no line separating the two. All right. The jejunum is the bigger part, which obviously looks a little bit more like sausages than the other bit. Yes, it's wider. Then we go back to the what? We go back, next part is the what? Ileum. Alright, so the ileum is again, it's different again. Can you see? It's not as wide as that jejunum. Then we've got the what? The cecum. So before we get to the cecum, ileocecal valve or sphincter, whichever one you want to use, I prefer the term valve. Alright, so we've got this cecum, which is a blind-ended sac. So basically it's like a cul-de-sac, you go in and you come out. So you go in one end, you do a little turn and you come out the other. Really full of fluid. Alright? Or you can have a good dig about in there in a bit, if you want. When I opened it before, now I can't find me all, when we opened it previously, we found grain in there. Is that good? So we've got some barley, we've got straw. We like straw in there, that's fine. You see how liquid it is? And this, this is the environment that the bacteria need to do their job. Alright? So this is where the fermentation starts. In here. So have a look, it smells quite sweet actually. It's alright. It's nice. Then we move. It's better than the dog stuff, I'm telling you. Right, then we've got the large colon. What happens in the large colon? Water absorption. We're still breaking down the fibres. What else in the large colon? Huh? That's beforehand. So we're in the large colon. So we've got the complex sugars, the complex carbohydrates, structural carbohydrates, however you want to say them. That happens here, and we've also got the water absorption. So we've got cecal matter, and then we've got this is from the large colon. So there's a big difference. This is, it's water's being taken out of it. We've not got any grain in it that I can see, so it is purely fibre. Still quite liquid though, isn't it? Still got quite a lot of liquid. Where's that liquid coming from? You remember? Yeah, it's coming from the digestive tract, but whereabouts? So the pancreas produces quite a lot. Stomach, you get some juices from there, get some bile, don't we? Then we've got still in the large colon. So we get towards this bend. What's this bend called? It sits near the pelvis. Pelvic flexure. So this site goes from something that's 8 inches wide to something that's not even 4 inches wide on a bend at the top of the horse. So this is where we're going to see impact and colic a lot of the time. If we're going to see it, it's going to be there. There's loads of different reasons. The horses may be dehydrated. The grass might be of a high dry matter percentage rather than the lower quality. But this is going to happen, it's going to happen there. Now we're still in the large colon as we come back round. And again it goes wider. And then we go to the small colon. A lot of difference, isn't it? Now the small colon has got this ribbon-like structure on both sides. So it's got a wider one on the bottom, and then at the top it's got a really tendinous ribbon, for want of a better word, and it causes these ruffles. Can you remember what they're called? Begins with an S. Think of it. It sounds like something sugary. Remember we talked So what's sugar? It's a saccharide. Is that right? Yeah. Sacculations. All right. What's the job of these sacculations? Make little poo balls. Well, this horse, unfortunately, hasn't had a proper meal for a while because there's nothing hard in its small colon. Then we're moving to the rectum, and there's nothing there. What we do have on this mare is a bladder. So in the mare, the urethra empties itself into the vaginal cavity and then straight out of the vulva. Okay, it's a little bit different to the stallion. It's nice to see that. But unfortunately, this mare hasn't had a proper meal for a while now. That could have been due to several factors. It could be gone for surgery, or as in planned surgery, or it may have just been off its food, and we don't know why. What we have found in it, something quite cool, is this. Right. So this is a cyst. It's hard. I actually thought it was a trachea because of where it was placed. It's calcified. Yeah. And then Nikki went and had a chat, didn't you, with the vets upstairs? Do you want to explain what they said?
It is a mesenteric artery aneurysm. Okay, so it means it's a bulging out of an artery. In horses, can be caused by strong bowel infection. Okay, so the strong bowels travel down the bloodstream, they cause infection and inflammation, and the inflammation reaction does damage to the wall of the artery, and it weakens and it thins. In the first instance, it thickens and then it starts to weaken and thin, and it forms a sac. After a while, that can calcify. What it could also do is rupture. If that aneurysm ruptures, then your horse will simply drop dead. Okay, it's the same as in people. People that walk around with an aortic aneurysm, they walk around there with ticking time bomb for ages. As soon as that ruptures, you're dead within a minute.
Yeah, they get one sharp pain in the stomach and the back, and they're gone.
Yeah. So in this case, it was entire when we took it out. We cut it open. It's really calcified. It's something that happens in horses. It's becoming less common because we deworm our horses a lot better. But one of the risks of not properly worming your horses is aneurysm as a result of strong bowels, Strongylosis vulgaris. It could be a result of salmonella infection. There's a particular species of salmonella, subcerevar, that causes abortions. It's called Salmonella enterica subspecies equi aborticus. And that